With each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, we come into the awareness that indeed we breathe the breath of Brahma, the breath of the divine. And this inflow and outflow is part of the great in-breath and out-breath of the divine creator. And so as we breathe, this sacred life force known as many names, we are reminded of our connection with all creation. We are reminded of who we are easily, with ease and grace. Our physical, mental, and emotional bodies automatically come into a higher alignment and attainment. For indeed, a sacred space has been established by automatically all parts of our beingness attaining the higher frequency of love and light without effort. The very consciousness of ourselves come into this higher attunement, as does our emotional and mental bodies. Indeed, beloveds, a stronger bridge and entanglement between the higher self-expression and the expression of the physical, mental, and emotional bodies, integrating now the higher aspects of self. In fact, the higher, grander monad and the soul. For each and every time, beloveds, as you walk your path of light, both known and unknown, understanding and not understanding, but striving to move forward to that soul pulse that pulls you, there is a greater and grander understanding on many levels of your consciousness, which many times expresses itself in you having a knowingness, not knowing why you have this knowingness, but understand there are many aspects and multidimensional levels of which you are a part. And it is through these sources, and as you move to tap into these potentialities that are there for you, to bring in the higher knowledge and wisdom for you to navigate in a physical, mental, and emotional world. And we say to you, beloveds, in the cycles of time, this is the time for you to walk that path of higher understanding and wisdom, to do those things that bring you closer, moving towards your soul pulse, your purpose, your mission, the reason you are here. We say to you, do not be distracted by outer things. Have this as your ultimate goal. And as you put intention and attention upon this, it will become more prevalent, more illumined, and more radiant in your life. And as this begins to happen, beloveds, you will know in circumstances, in situations, exactly how to act. For there will be many, many things, many choices as you move into the ascension process and the multiplicity of so many streams of consciousness. How do you know? How do you act? And so we say to you, beloveds, It is indeed in your individual path of light, your individual soul pulse that calls you into integration of so many aspects beyond the understanding and comprehension, even from those radiant ones. But it is your tone, it is your color, it is your geometria that beckons you into the higher aspects of yourself. And as you begin to expand and integrate, yes, even as you walk a physical, mental, and emotional world, we tell you that others have done this. And the great radiant ones, the ones intimate to the earth, the history, the understanding, indeed the Ancient of Days, that have walked the path that you walk and have achieved the integration, piercing through the illusions and the delusions, the great Maya, the matrices and the parameters would keep one constrained, limited, piercing through that very strong and seemingly very real experience, only to find it is but one of many experiences, and that there are other experiences of ascended and higher visioning that you create and co-create. That even as you walk the physical, mental, and emotional worlds, as you draw upon the higher aspects of yourself, indeed, drawing in the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, the expansiveness of consciousness of most intelligent, radiant beings, assisting, supporting, cheering you on. And in those times of doubts, in those times of being challenged and tired and weary, we say to you, beloveds, it is your cheering group, those ancestors, those star beings, those spirit beings and angelic beings, those masters, all of who know you and you know them. Know, beloveds, that you are never, ever alone. There are things that will come into your life and you're not sure how things happen to be the way they were. Or there may be mitigating factors or dynamics that you know and sense that something else is driving, helping, and supporting you. It is that we say you recognize. It is these higher parts of yourselves, your soul pulsing, saying, hear me, hear me, hear me. And that hearing is expressed in many different ways. And we say to you, beloved, to be open to the variety of communication that comes to you, for it is not limited by the senses of the biological being. So much more, because as stated before, there are higher levels of yourself that you are now attaining as you hear these words. And it is into the higher levels of yourself you are now accessing, known and unknown. And to trust those sparks of insight, those sparks of knowing, those sparks of feeling, We say to you, beloveds, the time is now to move into the unknown, to bring it into the knowingness of your being on many levels, but most definitely on the physical, mental, and emotional expression of the reality bite you find yourselves in. Stretching beyond the perimeters of a physical, mental, and emotional world. That indeed is your charge. For the soul beckons you on the higher dimensional frequencies of illumined light, moving on the unconditional waveforms of love. We ask you now, beloveds, as we work with you for this higher understanding, to take the deep, sacred in-breath and out-breath, knowing how precious it is. And you are aligned now with all creation, but most certainly in alignment with your sacred Earth Mother. Feel right now in your physical, mental, emotional body that the very bottoms of the sole of your feet have melted into the sacred earth. That your physical body is integrated into the physical earth, your Earth Mother, integrating energetically where one cannot be distinguished from the other, a melting and melding, if you will, of your physical body into the earth, moving back into her sacred womb, deep into her belly. For you are made of the physical earth in the physical body. And so the elementals that you hold in the physical body is the same elementals that are upon the physical earth. You are one with her and she with you, the great Pachamama. And here you are now, her beautiful child that has chosen to be with her at this time in the great birthing of a new frequency of illumined light and creation. You take your role as the great midwives, men and women of the light, here to execute the great ascension. And so as you are the earth and feel the earth, we now ask you to see clearly in your spiritual eye the color that surrounds the great earth, her beautiful oxygen-laden frequency atmosphere that is blue in color. You see its radiance both within the womb of the great Earth Mother and ascended beyond it in the great cosmos. Indeed, she is the blue pearl. As you can observe her mighty oceans, as you can observe the radiant blue light that surrounds her. And this is where we do our sacred work, both in the womb and into the cosmos, from below and above and above and below, to integrate, capture, commune the frequency of this blue color. It is indeed the color of the sacred earth in her beauty as the divine feminine, as the divine mother, willing here now the great blue ray of the great divine will. And it is the divine will that brings into the great cosmic awakening for all of her life, moving the ascension into the consciousness of all beings. But you, beloveds, are the forerunners. And as the forerunners, you are the ones initiate and pioneer the path for others to follow and to do. And as you know, in the depths of your being, your purpose and reason, you now use your power of intention. You use your power of affirmation. You use your power of visualization and see clearly the blue aura, her oxygen-filled aura around her atmosphere. And as you see this clearly, you enhance the color, bringing that color in its vibrancy simply by your intention and by the higher heart of compassion, unconditional love, and higher service. For you remember who you are as the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten. Holding the frequency of the blue frequency of the blue ray deep within the belly of the earth as it courses through your own physical body, mental and emotional. As you use your consciousness to see in the inner eye the brilliance of this blue ray, intensifying its energy simply by your intention to do so. United together, creating a singularity of hearts and minds for this purpose in this eternal now. The intensity of this color blue, which comes in different frequencies and expressions of blue, those that are part of the earth and those that are beyond the earth frequency. And as you, the children of light upon the earth, hold the frequency of blue closest to the earth, in the belly of the earth, in her atmosphere, you then create the gematриas, the crystalline vortexes, for the other radiant ones to be able to attach, interconnect, and expand the frequency beyond her atmosphere, moving out, touching the other celestial bodies who evolve and revolve around the great central sun, the logi of Vestos and Helios. Her radiance of the blue light moves throughout the solar system as a great and powerful blue star of radiant light, created by her children of light upon the earth and the family of light, infusing her with radiance, power, fortitude, seeing her frequency expand and elevate. This blue frequency integrates and aligns with all of her life, bringing deeper wisdom, understanding, and balance to the sacred earth. Balance through the blue ray of the will of God, the will of the divine, its highest purpose, clearing the debris, clearing blockages, bringing harmony to inner harmony, bringing perfect balance. This is the intention, the power, the focus of the family of light, led by the children of light upon the earth, coming into their own sovereignty and their own power, reconnecting once again with their higher aspects, and able now to integrate into their day-to-day activities. Feeling the frequency coursing through your physical, mental, and emotional body as we do this great work, integrating and anchoring more deeply the higher aspects of yourself that constantly continue to stay with you, guiding you, supporting you, and the line of communication to the higher aspects of yourself and all that it is in tune with. Beloveds, you start and are the path of the ascension as masters of the ascension. You experience it individually in your own way, and then collectively integrate it with others, and then collectively move beyond the parameters of the earth, expand it to those who now can integrate and interweave this great communion of many dimensions integrated, pulling in the higher portals of light through the children of light upon the earth. This process has begun for much, much long time, but now accelerated. And it's in these times, beloved, that you come into the fullness of who you are as you walk the earth. As you take your positions of the fullness of who you are. And as you hold the highest frequency of the blue ray, the will of God, as the blue frequency ignited within your being, as you are one and integrated with the great earth mother, you rise and she rises. She rises with you, her children, ready to birth into the higher dimensional realms of light, taking her cosmic position and opening up new densities, new dimensions, and new opportunities to serve and be served. Hold your positions. And as you see clearly the radiance of the blue aura around her, see clearly too that this blue intensified radiant aura begins to clean and clear and repair the ozone and all those elements of her atmosphere as it also moves into the physical earth, into all of her kingdoms, the mineral, plant, animal, and human, that all elements are touched by the ever exuding, powerful, radiant blue ray. Clearly see one more time, beloveds, as one singularity, the brilliance of the blue around Earth Mother, radiating out in all directions, sharing this blue frequency of the Divine Mother, the blue frequency of God's will out into the solar system and beyond. Indeed, the powerful work of the children of light upon the earth, who have not forgotten. And now the thought of the return has come. And as we seem we could be forever in this integrated communion of heaven and earth, we know that there is much to do as we walk the physical, mental, and emotional bodies. And as such, all the radiant ones begin to draw in their electromagnetic field. And as we are slowly released, we begin to draw in our own electromagnetic field. easily and steadily, with the intention of being back fully into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, still holding on to the frequencies of the blue ray, holding the visualization still of the blue frequency that colors our sacred earth, taking our roles as the children of light upon the earth, as the great midwives, into the golden age. It is indeed the consciousness of the Adam Kadmon, the divine human, that brings this into fulfillment. And with this deep understanding and commitment to our soul urge, we acknowledge this and we agree to this important role. We now prepare ourselves to be back awake and alert, even as this frequency continues to move in and through our being. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. We are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.